247. 247 views. It did so much better than I was expecting it to. I would have to be stupid not to make another one. That is why we're doing it again. That's right, it's time for another review 5 more of your waifus. And make sure to like, subscribe, because I was told to add that in because I didn't add them into the last 2 videos. But anyway, oh yeah, spoilers ahead I guess for those shows, here they are. Also, I have a new Discord server, so click the link below and come join it. Now that is out of the way, let's talk about our first waifu. The anti-gravity girl who will float into your heart and onto the dicks of all the people who want to diddle and fiddle the 16-year-old characters. Yep, that is right, we're talking about Ochako Uraraka.
I should have been more specific about what I wanted. This bodysuit is skin tight.
From the popular show My Hero Academia, or as most people call it, Boku no Hero Academia, or as some people like to joke, Boku no Pico Academia. Uraraka is the main love interest of our main character, Izuku Midoriya, and that is basically all she is. Now, I know the My Hero fans, especially the very toxic ones, will probably be arguing, saying something like, "No, you can't say that, she does so much, and fights this and does that, and blah blah blah." Look, I won't argue with you, because I know you probably do some workaround bullshit so it makes it like your opinion is correct, but hey, that might not be true. So, even though this is coming from the same fan base that, by the way, get ready for this because these are quite strong for things they've done. Tried to cancel the creator of the manga because their stupid ship was not canon. Tried to cancel a voice actor of color because they didn't sound like a voice actor of color. Try wrapping your brain around that one. I struggled to, and I'm the one making this video. Oh, and it's the same fan base that wants to diddle the younglings. Uraraka though is a bubbly, fun-loving character who is so bubbly, they gave her the power to float. That's not her entire power, but that is basically what she does most of the time. Personality-wise, she's one of the most normal characters in the show. Besides Mineta, who is basically the embodiment of most of the My Hero fans, who also forget a lot of the characters are underage. Uraraka is hardworking and strives to being a high-paid hero one day so she can help out a family who are so poor that the mangaka draws them with flip phones. Rating-wise, she's a solid 8 out of 10. She's kind, hardworking, friendly, smart, and isn't as terrible as some of the other characters in this show. You know who I'm talking about, the people who simp for these people. Time for round 2, and speaking of 2, our next waifu is 02. That was probably the stupidest transition I have ever done. 02 is probably one of the most popular ones on here, but if you don't know who she is, then maybe this will jog your memories.
Darling, darling. それって僕のダーリンのこと？君、ダーリンの何なの？だって、僕のダーリンなんだからさ。ダーリンのエッチ。
02 is from the very questionable show, Darling in a Franxx. I say questionable because, well, because of that entire beach episode where the blonde... You know what? Wait, huge spoilers for like a big section of the story if you're going to watch this show, so just skip to this timestamp here. For the people who haven't skipped, okay, so the blonde girl basically finds this book called Your First Childbirth, What is Best for Your Baby. She then spends her time reading this book, learning about what things mean in it, and then she goes on to one of the other pilots and proceeds to do the bedroom brawl whilst this one guy had a crush on her who gets cucked and rejected.
女子よりずっとたくましいね。
何の話です？
男の子と女の子は体を重ねることで新しい命を生み出すことができるって書いてあって。
心さん、一体何を？
おいおいおいおい、お前ら今くっつこうとしてなかったか？
The 2 pilots that did the bedroom battle soon get their memories erased, and then later in the show, it's revealed that she's pregnant and she spends like a good part of it panicking because she has no idea how this happened.
待ってください。どうしたらいいの？心落ち着いて。
It is truly just a fucking weird section of the show. But, if I'm being honest, the show isn't that bad, you know? Just get past the whole, like, you know, sex between a group of 15-year-olds. It's a pretty decent show.
幸せにしたいんだ。
私たち、未来のことを考えちゃいけないの。何にだって終わりは来る。私たちには何もわからない。何も。
The show gets fucking crazy at the end of it though, with like this alien shit, but that's a fucking video for another day. God, I feel like I've talked more about the show than the actual character 02. So, let's talk about her. When it comes to die-hard, ride or die girls, she is definitely one of them. She fought to keep her in her life, and even went up against her creators and aliens just so she could get some 15-year-old lips on her lips. And I'm not talking about the lips on her face. Honestly speaking though, I would give her a solid 9 out of 10. Mostly just because of...
君が僕のダーリンだ。ダーリン おはよ
reasons. Okay, now I feel like it would be wrong if I didn't mention one of the best waifus out there. That's right, I'm talking about six-pack rocking, titan ass kicking, Eren simping girl. That is right, I'm talking about Mikasa, or as I've titled her in this script, 6 abs of step on me. Look, if you've not seen Attack on Titan up to this point, what are you doing? Yes, I know it's overhyped to shit, but honestly, it's a really good show, and we all know why it's popular. Horny teenagers simping for a 5'2" dude. Mikasa is probably one of the most competent characters in the entire show because most of the characters in the show spend their time just having this done to them. Yeah, that. But luckily, nothing bad ever happens to Mikasa. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. And this. That. Well, besides her life being terrible for the most part, she's a strong-willed character who does not let her past bloodline control her. Until it does. I am now just realizing how a lot of things don't make sense in this show about naked giant people who eat smaller people. Mikasa is the main love interest who gets ignored by the guy she has a crush on, actually ends up killing her in the end of the manga. I told you there are going to be spoilers at the beginning of the video, so don't get pissy because you ignored my warning. Look, I'm just gonna get to the point. She buff, she got nice hair, she could kick my ass in a fight. So solid 10 out of 10. Oh god, this is definitely gonna be like the worst one. I don't even mean like rating wise, just, you know what, I'm just gonna do the section and you'll understand why. So, next up we have the blonde bitch of a character known as Blade from the show, redo of Healer. You already know that this section of the video is gonna be the most controversial, but for the people who don't know, I will let you leave the video, go to this link here, right? This is the show redo of Healer. Once you've watched the show, you'll understand why it's a bit of an issue. As for the people who are still here, let's talk about Blade, or as the title of this section is called in the script, Penetration into Another World. Blade is by far the worst of the worst. Honestly, I don't know how much of like the show I can show on YouTube, but so I don't get, you know, taken down, we're gonna use the bad touch against your will word, and we're gonna replace it with cream pie, and the word for doing the twosome tango in the bedroom is going to be cheese. I was going to actually use the tea analogy, but I don't think a lot of people are going to get that. Okay, now that that's sorted, let's talk about Blade.
やあマスター、昨日と同じものを。
かしこまりました。
仕方ない。僕が送ってあげよう。ゲスめ。
The character that kidnaps girls just to take them back to their lair for cheese, but then proceeds to cream pie them. Yeah, I'm not joking. Out of all the characters in the show, she's probably one of the worst. And I say something because a lot of the people in Redo of Healer, they're not good people. Well, the heroes, the humans, and anyone of the church are the bad people. And of course it's those three. It's the standard isekai format. You make the church evil, you make the humans evil, and you make the heroes evil. We all know it happens, and yet we still keep watching just because we enjoy it. Anyway, back to talking about Blade. We are first introduced to Blade as the hero of the sword who is a lesbian. Keep that in mind, by the way. That's a little secret we've got saved for later. Blade, being one of the heroes, is teamed up with our main character Healer, who is used as cheese toy for the pleasure of others, but because he is used for cheese with the flame hero, that makes Blade jealous, causing them to beat the Healer, have cheese with them, but it's mostly cream pie that Blade does. We then next meet the character when the Healer redoes time and begins to plan his revenge. I can't say it. He tricks Blade into cream pieing him when he's disguised as a girl, and then forces these Shrek-looking beasts to have cheese with Blade, or just cream pie her, because if she doesn't do the cheese, then they're going to eat her alive.
そいつらは特製ポーションで強烈な飢餓感を感じている。そいつらにはお前がどう見えているんだろうな。それと強力な媚薬もな。その3人の性欲が食欲に勝っている間だけは食われずに済む。朝までそいつらを満足させて食われずに生き延びたら逃がしてやる。
Oh, I forgot to mention, she's also one of those like kill all men type of creatures, so the entire revenge being have cheese with these men or be eaten alive was probs her personal hell. And I wish I was joking about that. This show gets dark. When it says it's a revenge story, it is a revenge story till, well, I don't know till when, but if you want to know why it was made, Joe did a video and he interviewed the creator, so. Also, fun fact, apparently the majority of the fan base is women. So yeah, have fun with that little bit of information. Anyway, as for her score, I'd give her a solid -10. Like, come on, she's the embodiment of just things you don't want in a waifu. You've seen the worst waifu on the list, but now it's time to talk about the waifu who was dicked so hard she died.
後ろのほっぺだ。ほら、な。
Bucket, throw in the kid dying as well.
後ろ。どうした？後ろ。
今どこ？もう電車の中。
ああ、もう電車の中だ。
暗い夜なの。
そうだよ。真夜中なんだ。
そう。パパ。大好き。
あ、パパも後ろが大好きだ。
Hey, it's Editor Pam here. Just wanted to say real quick that I'm fucking crying from like watching that scene. God damn it! I thought I grew out of this. I thought I was strong enough. Oh no! That's right, we're talking about Nagisa from the show Clannad plus Clannad After Story, which is a show that hit harder than Logan Paul hitting Floyd Mayweather. I've watched it 3 times and it has made me cry 3 times. Might go watch it again after this video. Anyway, let's talk about our last waifu, Nagisa, who is one of the most kind-hearted, loving waifus on the list. She met her husband in high school and then they had a child with him at the end of the show. She has always done her best in the show, helping out friends and her parents at their bread shop. And I just have to say, the bread shop scenes are probably some of my favourite scenes because my favourite couple in them. That's right, Nagisa's parents. Here's some clips of them.
渚が辛い思いをするようなことがあったらすぐに連れて帰るぞ。
智也さん、渚は私たちの夢です。だから幸せになってくださいね。
God, I love them. Now, I don't think I need to say anything else when it comes to her. I really suggest that you just go watch Clannad, then Clannad After Story, because the show is just amazing. Score-wise, I'm gonna give her a 7 out of 10. She would be a 10 out of 10, but you know, the entire thing about, being dicked and then dying kind of ruins it. And that is 5 more waifus that I reviewed. Did I miss yours? Then put them in the comment section below. I said it last video. Do that again if you want me to talk about yours in the next one. And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this dumb content with the world. I'll see you degenerates in the next video. Bye!